What's up, everybody? Skiz with the Wise Guys here. Today I'm bringing you SYNCHRON, post Dawn of Majesty. With the release of Dawn, we got a bunch of new support, so much so that this bad boy got bought out to the $10 price range as opposed to the $3 it was at before. I don't know if it's because of SYNCHRON or because of the Synchro support coming out in a few months in the Wind set. But the deck does really cool stuff. Uninterrupted, the deck can set up one of the most unfair boards in the game. So I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna get into the profile. To start things off, we are playing Triple Junk Converter. This card is mandatory 3 of. You definitely need it. More often than not, it will get ashed, and that does suck. But to combat the ash on the Junk Converter, we play Triple SYNCHRON, which is what we're searching for off of Junk Converter. It's important because if you bait the ash with Junk Converter and then you normal SYNCHRON anyway, you just summon back Converter, and it's like they have to have Ash Bell to stop this line of play very specifically. I mean, if they have Ash Bell, we play Extenders for that, but sometimes it's just 2 hand traps do be a lot. It can play through 2 hand traps, especially against an unknowing opponent who doesn't know what's going on. So the deck is really consistent. We play these 6 starters. We're also playing from Dawn of Majesty 2 Stardust SYNCHRON. This card is genuinely a beauty. The cards lately have been very beautiful from these sets. So the Stardust SYNCHRON on summon searches a Stardust spell trap. You search for a Riven Light. We don't play any of the other ones. They are not worth playing. But yeah, it has 2 effects. The first one searches, and the second one, it can summon itself from graveyard by tributing a monster on your side of the field. Really convenient because a card called Doppel Warrior summons himself when a monster is summoned from graveyard. So to round off the SYNCHRON package, we're playing 2 Cyber SYNCHRON, 2 Flare SYNCHRON, and 1 Quick Draw SYNCHRON. You can cut down to 1 and 1 of each if you really wanted to. I play 2-2-1. Because drawing these is fine, you can play with them. You cannot draw this. Drawing this kills your entire combo to an extent. You can play through it, you're just down a monster for your junk speeder, which kind of sucks. But yeah, Flare SYNCHRON summons 1 from hand if it's used for material. That effect doesn't come up too often. And then Cyber SYNCHRON modulates. These are just monsters with SYNCHRON in their name. You can play other SYNCHRON tuners if you wanted to. But I decided to play these just because there's just a lot of value in them, even if we get hand trapped. So, and then to round off the monsters, we're playing 1 Converging Wills Dragon, 1 Omni Dragon Brotar, 2 Doppel, 2 Clawcrow, 1 Jester. These ratios are fine. I wouldn't change too much about them. Some of you might be asking, hey, why are we playing Brotar in a Synchro deck and not Dragon Link, right? Brotar is really cool in the fact that it can search your Doppel Warrior, which is a big line of play. It is very important for the deck. And Doppel Warrior nets you so much card advantage. It is insane. The deck does a lot with a 1.5 card combo, so you usually just have 3 free cards in your hand. Seeing Clawcrow, if you do get ashed on the Converter or belled on the Junk SYNCHRON, summon Clawcrow and make it to Junk Speeder anyway. So the only card I would change is Jester Confit. I might play a 3rd Doppel, but Jester is just another free extender, just summons itself, so it doesn't feel bad at all. But that is it for the monsters. For the spells, we are on Triple Tuning. And 2 Synchro Overtake. Triple Tuning is mandatory 100% of the time. This gets you to, again, any of your tuners. It's just a really good card. Synchro Overtake is another new card from Dawn. Card's really pretty. You essentially reveal a Synchro monster in your extra deck, and you can search a monster that is listed on that card. So we're playing Junk Warrior for that reason alone. On top of that, it locks you into synchros, which is fine because our extra deck consists of 15 synchros. There's no reason to play any other types of monsters. It's just self-explanatory. 1 DDR and Triple Living Fossil. We play Power Tool, so this is just the lineup we decided to play. If you open Living Fossil, that's fine. You have a chance to grab the DDR. But more often than not, you're revealing triple Living Fossil off Power Tool just because it's a good extender. Combo lines are, like, they're not linear, but they're very specific, and they punish you for messing up. So, this is just mandatory in my opinion. Following up, for the other important one-ofs, we play one Black Garden and one Arrival Light. This is what Stardust Synchron searches. It stacks your deck on activation, and then on Synchro Summon, you can draw a card or special a tuner from hand. When you draw a Converging Wills Dragon, it allows you to summon Brotar from deck. It's a really cool interaction that I hope gets used a lot more soon, just because Brotar is just a really cool card. And then one Black Garden for Garden Rose Maiden shenanigans. I'll explain that later as well. And then to finish, one of Monster Reborn, Called by the Grave, and Rhoda. All these are self-explanatory. Nibiru, what am I saying Nibiru for? Troll sucks, Valor sucks, Called by is good. Reborn's an extender, and Rhoda's a searcher. We play a bunch of searchers anyway, so like this could be any other one of that you wanted it to be. I just like seeing what I want to see. And then to round off the main deck, we're playing 3 Infib and 3 Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. The deck doesn't have a lot of room for hand traps, so I decided to play the most impactful ones. Realistically, you can change the Ashes out and play, take the Ashes and the Road out and play Gamma if you wanted to. I tested it. It doesn't feel bad, but it doesn't feel good either. So 3 Ash feels fine. 3 Imperm because Imperm came back into the meta. It is very impactful. Imperm on a Tri-Brigade, Imperm on a Drytron. Imperm is just good. You could also play Valor if you really wanted to over Ash. But that's why I decided to play for hand traps. Moving on to the extra deck though, we are on 1 Junk Speeder, 1 Power Tool Dragon, and 1 Majestic Star Dragon. Junk Speeder is your bread and butter. If this card resolves, you're more often than not full comboing. It feels pretty good. On summon, it summons as many Synchron tuners from your deck as possible. Card's just kind of bonkers. 1 Starlight Shooting Majestic Star Dragon. This card is so pretty. It is a 4000 Omni Negate. It is pretty good. And then 1 Power Tool Dragon. It's just mandatory. Searches your extenders. It just helps you play through hand traps. It is just a really good card. I'm going to play out the rest of the extra deck and then explain why I play them. We're on 1 Hyper Librarian, 1 Crystal Wing, 1 Celestial Double Star Shaman, 1 Metal Marcher, 1 Cosmic Blazar, 1 Satellite Warrior, 1 Omega, 1 Arclight, 1 Dragster, 1 Garden Rose Maiden, 1 Excel Synchron, and 1 Junk Warrior. Junk Warrior is specifically here for Synchro Overtake. Excel Synchron is here as an extender if need be. You don't need to make it in the combo line, but you can. Garden Rose is mandatory just because it allows you to bring back something like your Crystal Wing after you use it to make Majestic Star or Cosmic Blazer. It's just a really good card. Dawn Dragster and Herald of the Arclight. With enough cards in hand, you also make this on top of the 4 other negates you have on your board already. So card's not bad, and Dragster is also a negate that you make in combo. Just in case they want to play bait out the rest of your negates and are like evenly matched, and you're just like, nah, I don't think so. Omega, because you can Omega Rip for 2 and your opponent starting with 3 cards, feels pretty good. Especially if they've hand trapped you already and you Omega Rip 2 and they have to play on top deck mode. It's just like, alright. Satellite Warrior allows you to power through boards going second. If it's Synchro Summon, you can target cards your opponent controls up to the number of Synchro monsters in your graveyard, and it's a lot of them because this is post-combo. This is just turn 3 plays. If they break your board, you can break theirs right back. So Satellite Warrior is really good. Cosmic Blazer Dragon and Crystal Wing Dragon are two of the main pieces in your combo line. They're both negates. They're both really good negates. I don't know. And they return back to board, like Cosmic Blazar and Majestic Star return back to board after negating. So after you break, or after you force your opponent to pass turn, you beat them down with 2 4K beat sticks. Finally, it's Metal Marcher, Celestial Double Star Shaman, and Hyper Librarian. Hyper Librarian's really good. It just draws every time you Synchro Summon, and you do that a lot in this deck. Star Shaman is an extender in and of itself. Allows you to end on Herald of the Arclight. And Martial Metal Marcher also allows you to end on Herald of the Arclight. So, deck is really good. The quality is going to change a little bit because I'm going to show you guys some combo lines. Alright guys, so for the combo portion of the video, we're going to be starting with 3 random cards, 1 converter, 1 tuner monster. Doesn't matter what the tuner is, as long as it's converter tuner. So combo line starts by sending Junk Converter and Stardust to Graveyard. Let me readjust the camera to grab you Junk Synchron, normal Junk Synchron, to summon back Converter, Synchro into Junk Speeder. From here you go Speeder Chainlink 1, Converter Chainlink 2, target Synchron. So it'll allow you to summon Synchron, summon 1, 2, 3, and 4 from the deck. On summon, it'll proc Stardust Synchron to search your Arrival Light. From here you're going to want to go Synchro 7 to summon the Power Tool Dragon. You can go ahead and either activate Arrival Light here or use Power Tool effect first. Get your Living Fossil. Go ahead and activate Arrival Light and Synchro for 8s. Summoning Crystal Wing. I'm summoning these in defense just because Lightning Storm, I guess Dark Ruler kind of blows, but yeah, if they have Dark Ruler Lightning Storm, it doesn't lose the Lightning Storm, which feels pretty good. So from here, it'll be, since you summon a Synchro, draw a card. That'll be the Converging Wolves Dragon that we stacked on activation of Arriving Light. So Converging Wolf Dragons will proc, allowing you to summon a level 1 from deck, which will proc Brotar, targeting Junk Synchron, discarding a card, grabbing you Doppel Warrior. So far so good. So from here, we sync 5, summon TG Hyper Librarian. And then you can go ahead and go Tribute Quick Draw, summon Stardust Synchron. That'll proc your Doppel Warrior. So far so good. Step my camera. But okay, so for me you go Converging Wolves, Doppel Warrior, and Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon to summon Majestic Star Dragon. We have a couple of triggers here. Trigger TG Hyper Librarian, trigger Doppel Warrior. So Doppel will summon 2 tokens. And what else did I say? TG draws you a card, which doesn't necessarily matter. For combo sense, we didn't draw Black Garden. So we'll just draw any card. That's fine. And then from here, you can go ahead and go sync 5 into your Garden Rose Maiden. Garden Rose searches your Black Garden. This is where the combo line gets very. So from here, you activate Black Garden. Sorry for the cuts, my camera is being wonky. And you go ahead and sync 8. Allows you to summon Omega. So you proc Black Garden for a token on their board. So that's token 1. We'll have that up here to indicate that. And you can go ahead and Omega rip a card. Oh, freak. So Omega rips a card, and then you can go ahead and go Living Fossil, grabbing your Cybers Synchron. Procs Black Garden effect 2, giving them the second token, which doesn't matter because, well, it does matter because from here you pop Black Garden and its tokens. You bring back the Garden Rose Maiden. All this time you're drawing off Hyper Librarian as well, so remember to do that. Here you can go ahead and sync 2 into the Celestial Star Shaman. So you get to go Chainlink 1 Star Shaman, Chainlink 2 Hybrarian to draw 1 card. Star Shaman will bring you back your Doppel Warrior and your Junk Converter. So as you can see, we have a lot going on our board. You go 1, 2, 3. It's probably easier to demonstrate on a simulator, but I don't know. I kind of like playing with cards. You get some in Cosmic Blazar Dragon, and then you can go. Whoosh. I have like the extra sorted. Herald of the Arclight. Also, Garden Rose Maiden has this really cool text in the graveyard. You can banish her and special summon 1 dragon monster or dragon or 1 Black Rose or Dragon Synchro. So it's like, and this is the end board. The end board is pretty good. Keep in mind, you still have 3 cards in hand. More, actually, because of the Hyper Librarian triggers. So you will 100% see a bunch of your hand traps and or extenders. This board, it's like Dark Ruler kind of blows, but Dark Ruler, Lightning Storm doesn't beat the board. Dark Ruler does negate everything, but you have 2 monsters, one with 4k defense and another one with a lot much more than that. Any hand traps you've drawn, any changes you'd like to make to the list, that's fine. Like for combo purposes, to infib. So it's like all of this plus whatever hand traps you have is pretty damn hard to beat. I don't know. I like the deck a lot personally. I haven't played a combo deck that I enjoyed doing the combos for in forever. So it is very nice to see, to finally have a deck again that I enjoyed playing combo in. Not to cut into the video one more time, but I fucked up last combo line. You cannot use Junk Converter and Doppel for Herald. But you guys get the point of the combo. I do apologize for that mess up, but I'm gonna let it pass me, continue the video. Sorry again. There's another deck that I can never get over. It's Orcust, and I will make a profile on that soon. For what it's worth, though, I would like to shout out a couple of my buddies locally. Charlie hooked me up with the Starlight Shooting Majestic Star Dragon, and his card is beautiful. And then my buddy Colton hooked me up with the Ulti Power Tool Dragon. So shout outs to both of them. Also shout out to Greg on the Wise Guys. He is a phenomenal team leader. I love working with him. I love just shooting the shit about deck ideas. It feels really good to have a team that I can talk to about stuff like this, where we can all playtest and make sure the lists go well. Also, if you like the videos I've made like this one or the Drytron one I made a couple months back, I do make my own videos. I also stream on Twitch a lot. I will throw those links in the description as well. If you like Yu-Gi-Oh! As a whole and you see this video on your recommended page, or a friend shared it to you, subscribe. The Wise Guys is a really cool team. We make YouTube videos every day about Yu-Gi-Oh! Content. I believe Greg has something for Chronomaly coming up very, very soon, but you did not hear that from me. So, with that being said, I've been Skizzy with the Wise Guys. You guys have been great, and that's been it. Peace, peace.